Yeah, it's really special because a lot of people from the Ghanaian community are going to be watching this game, knowing that I was eligible to play for Ghana and I have roots from there. So yeah, it's a special game because I have a lot of family as well from Ghana, so they're all going to be watching.
So that is Yunus Musah over there, the USA player who was also eligible to play for the Black Stars but ended up choosing US over Ghana. He says that the game against the Black Stars will mean a lot to him, and also says that his team, that is the USA, will try as much as possible to bounce back from their defeat against Germany in the game against Ghana by beating us. Well, we'll see how that one goes. And guess what? One player who is also confident that the US will beat Ghana is Christian Pulisic, the former Chelsea player who scored a goal in the game against Germany and raised up his shirt and says that it is called soccer. He's also confident that the US will beat Ghana. We'll take a listen to him. Then we'll also check out what our coach, that is Hughton, has to say ahead of the game. He's confident that the Black Stars will come good in the game against the Americans. According to him, the performance against Mexico was not all that good, but the Black Stars will create more chances in our game against USA and make sure they put up a good performance. Then we'll get to hear from Richard Olele Kingston, who has jumped to the defense of Atisigi, who has been criticized a lot for conceding goals in the Black Stars. Well, we'll get to know more here on Sports Update Ghana. But before that, please subscribe to the channel and help the channel grow. Like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. Let's get right into it. And one of the players who was eligible to play for the Black Stars, that is Yunus Musah, who now plays for the USA, has been speaking ahead of Ghana's game against USA and what it means to him. According to him, he has a lot of friends and family who are from Ghana, and the game against USA means a lot to him. But following their defeat in the game against Germany, they will ensure that they bounce back from that defeat to beat the Black Stars. Let's take a listen to Yunus Musah when he spoke to the press ahead of the game.
Yeah, it's really special because a lot of people from the Ghanaian community are going to be watching this game, knowing that I was eligible to play for Ghana and I have roots from there. So yeah, it's a special game. Because I have a lot of family as well from Ghana, so they're all going to be watching.
And you had some Ghanaian food while you were here? Yeah, what was the highlight of that meal?
Yeah, it was really nice. I can't cook it myself, so when my mum comes over to my house and stuff and cooks it, it's really nice. So it was nice to have the opportunity again for a lady out here to cook that for me.
What are the biggest adjustments this team needs to make, shifting from Germany to Ghana on Tuesday?
Yeah, the different teams, obviously, different qualities. So, yeah, we have to just, as I said, Germany is a completely different team to Ghana. And, yeah, we're just going to analyse them and try and bounce off from the Germany game, basically.
So that is Yunus Musah, who now plays for AC Milan. Now let's go on and do some more. And USA player, that is Christian Pulisic, is confident that the Americans will end up beating Ghana in the friendly match. The USA were defeated by Germany a fortnight ago by 3-1, with Christian Pulisic scoring the first goal, and when he scored the goal, he raised up his shirt and said it is called soccer. But at the end of the day, football won, and football won by 3-1. Well, ahead of their game against Ghana, Christian Pulisic is optimistic that USA will end up beating Ghana in this game.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's nice to score, but it doesn't really mean much. Obviously, we want to win these games.
And going to the next game, how does the team grow from this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think we did some good things. We have to take the positives. Obviously, learn from some of our mistakes, like we talked about, and obviously, we have another opportunity against Ghana in a few days, and we just have to go out and turn it around there.
Thank you, Christian.
So that is Christian Pulisic over there. These days, he plays for AC Milan in the Italian Serie A. Well, away from Christian Pulisic, it's now time to listen to Black Stars head coach Chris Hughton on what he had to say ahead of the game. According to him, the Black Stars' performance against Mexico was not a so good performance, but this time in the game against USA, the Black Stars are going to try as much as possible to put up a good performance to ensure that we get something out of this game and create more chances.
The game is always judged and gauged on in possession and out of possession. And I thought, particularly in the first half period, our work out of possession was good. I thought we built well from the back in that first half period, but And we had some opportunities, particularly early in the game. Joseph Pansel threw on that right-hand side on 2 occasions early in the game. But to have opportunities, it means you need to penetrate a team. And generally, there's 2 ways to penetrate, and that's working through the thirds or runs behind. And they're the 2 areas that we certainly will need to do better to make sure that we are in a game with the amount of opportunities that allow us to win football matches. And I think against Mexico, I said, even though a first half performance was a decent performance, over the 90 minutes we were not a big enough threat on their goal, and that's what has to change.
So that is Black Stars head coach over there, Chris Hughton, talking about Ghana's preparation and readiness for the game against USA. And with about 2 months to the start of the 2023 AFCON in Ivory Coast, Chris Hughton was asked about if Ghana will be ready for the AFCON with this kind of performance, because it is not a so good performance. Ever since Chris Hughton took over as Black Stars head coach, we've struggled to win games, we've struggled to see the Black Stars play to their best and all. But Coach Chris Hughton says that before the AFCON starts, the Black Stars will be ready.
Can you assure Ghanaians that by the time we play the Cup of Nations, you'll be ready, your team will be ready to take on the rest of Africa?
Well, one thing I'm quite sure of is that we will be ready. Again, I have to speak about balances, because we have 2 top friendlies here against 2 very, very good teams. And I'll give you an example. We have, if I'm talking about the squads that we've had, the probably some of the names that are the regulars in the squad, we are 6 players missing. So and that can be the case for the next squad or the next squad after that. So the ideal one is, of course, to get as much consistency as you can. But in a circumstance where you potentially might be missing players, you don't want to be bringing players in for their first caps or their second caps. So that is always the hard balance. We have a tremendous friendly tomorrow, top quality friendly tomorrow, and 2 World Cup qualification games to make sure that we are right for African Cup of Nations. We will be prepared for sure, because come this time, apart from any players that potentially might miss AFCON, then we will get the right balance of experienced players, players that have just perhaps come into the squad, and we will be ready for what will be a very tough tournament.
Well, away from Chris Hughton, let's talk about Lawrence Atizigi, because you all know that his performance in the Black Stars, dear Charlie, it's not good at all. Lawrence Atizigi in every game will try at least to concede 1 goal, and it's not good. In our game against Mexico, it didn't go well for him. He conceded such cheap goals against Mexico. But one person who has jumped to his defense is his goalkeeper's trainer, that is Richard Olele Kingston. He says that Atizigi did very well in the game against Mexico, and well, he says that he is impressed with his performance.
And also Atizigi, again, did he impress?
Yeah, he did very well, especially and he got very hard back passes, very difficult ones, but he was able to deal with it. And looking at his concentration and determination was very high. So we are going back to training grounds to correct some of the mistakes, and then in future we improve.
That is Richard Olele Kingston over there saying that he's impressed with Atizigi's performance. If the goalkeeper's trainer says that he's impressed with his goalkeeper's performance, who are we to say no? Well, we'll see how that one goes. But who do you think should be imposed for the Black Stars in the game against the USA? Should it be Lawrence Atizigi, Manaf Nuruddin, or Richard Ofori? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Until then, that's how we wrap up here on Sports Updates Ghana. Thanks for doing the watching. Please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment.